this thing on? Oh, it is. LCD's on. What's up, guys? Morning. Long Roof Lifestyle here with another video, or wanting to do another video. Probably at 8 a.m. in the morning. Kind of cool out, cloudy, which sucks, but it is what it is. So today, I'm going to be trying to do something I've been wanting to do for a while on the car. I'm going to grab my flashlight. So a while back, my little grate fell, I guess is what you would call it. You can see that is the air intake for the air conditioning, which actually mine does not have. I took it out, and heat system. This car does not have a recirculation system in it. It has a fresh air intake system, and it basically stays going at all times. Going down the road, you know, highway speeds and whatnot, you can feel the air coming out of the vents and stuff like that in there. So, excuse me. So what I want to do today is do a little video, a little how-to on how to get that out and fix it, because I'm sure that I am not the only 740 that has had this problem. I don't know how common it is. This is the second time that it's happened. I fixed it before, but it's been a couple of years ago, back in 2000, probably like 2017 or something like that. But this fell again, so I'm going to try and fix it. I forgot what I used last time. Excuse me. I forgot what I used last time. Probably like some sort of glue or something like that. Whatever it was, it must not have been rated for high temperature. Well, I guess kind of high temperature applications, and maybe weather or whatever. I'm not sure. I can't remember what I used, but I'm thinking about using some Gorilla Glue this time, since it's pretty decent stuff, and you really won't be able to see it, because the area that gets adhered to. Let me get my light. The area that holds all that together, holds the grate on. Where my light works, there it goes. You can see the edging of it where it gets darker a little bit. That's where it gets held onto, and over time that will start to weaken, like it did now, of course, and allow it to drop on down, and it looks bad. Allows junk into your intake track, and that is something that you don't want. So we're going to be going through that today, kind of give y'all an idea about how to fix it. Hopefully I help somebody out. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Hopefully I do. First and foremost, you have to remove your wipers, both of them, obviously. Your wiper nuts right here are 13. You can kind of see that. That's a 13 mil, and these right here are 10s, 10 mils. You got one right here. You got that one right there. You can kind of see, maybe. I don't know. I'm going sideways now. I'm sorry. Yeah, right there. That's a 10 mil, and one on the opposite side. Right there, that is a 10 mil. Once you undo all that, it basically just lifts up and out of the way, if I'm not mistaken. Hopefully I remember how to do this. I don't think I have to take my hood off, but I could be wrong. We'll see. I have had the hood off before, and it is not very fun to get off and on by yourself, but I can do it. But anyway, so now that you know what needs to be done, and I'm going to go ahead and take care of that real quick. So I'm going to cut and so I can get this stuff removed, and be back in just a second. What's up, y'all? So I got it off. Here's the result. This But it looks like once that cowl is removed, it gives you access to your motors and everything. And over there is your little intake area right here. And it's what that little area right here is basically air direction or whatever. So all those little clips and whatnot right there help hold the cowl in place against the windshield. And cowl itself, should say cowl cover. So I can say cowl cover, but it's cowl with an L. This is it. I actually got it backwards. Don't really want to move this thing too much, but I'll do what I can. This thing's all over the place, I'm sorry y'all. So, this is your cowl cover. Now would be a good time, if you have anything like this going on, if you can replace it, do it. Because right now is the best time. Because all your little holes and everything that those go into is on the back side. And let me show you. Actually, let me grab my light. Because, you know, I need that. I don't have very good lighting out here. One of these days I'm going to upgrade. Yep. So, all the little things sticking out is little plastic pieces. Now hold on your trim right there. And this is what I was talking about. There was originally what held on the cover. All that dries out over time. All that good stuff. So, the only thing that's holding it on right now is a zip tie. There's some of the glue that I use. I didn't use very much of it from the way it looks. Very brittle. I clean all that up. Get some of this dirt off of here and whatnot. Leaves and crap. Get that out the way. This is also where your little trim piece right here comes into play. This right here is what goes up against the windshield. You can see that. So if you needed to do anything with that, now's a good time. Scratch my nose real quick. So, and I also wanted to point this out too. I removed the wrong screw to begin with. I removed the short one right here, in between the three, well, in between the two rather. Raise this on up. I removed it right here. So what goes on that? The one you got to remove is here with the ground strap. Right here. That's the one you got to remove. Dang near dead nut center of the car. Not the one that's offset. Don't get those mixed up. I mean, it's not a big deal if you do, but probably be a good idea if you didn't. Zip tie. Me holding on my thingamajig here. So that's it. Not really much I can do right here, but I'm gonna see if I can get my little grate fixed back up. And like I mentioned, I'm going to use Gorilla Glue for that. Hopefully I've got some that's still in decent shape. Remove all that junk right there and hopefully get this back on sometime today. So basically, I wanted to kind of go through what I had to do to get it going as well. So basically, y'all seeing how the cowl was when it was originally installed. So what you need to do is, once you get the wipers off, you got to take these little guys off too. These are here the little, there we go, a little more light. Or the, I guess you could say trim for the wipers, I'm not sure. But once you remove those, you know, you're able to get a hold of the holes for it. Here and there. And once you do that, you're actually able to pull forward on it, and that unlocks it. Because it's got that little area right here, and one on the front, I mean obviously one on the other side as well, and then you got the clips to hold it in place too, which is actually this one right here is missing, which is interesting. shoot, I may have done that at some point, I don't know, hard to say, but anyway, you grab a hold of those pieces, you pull them forward. Once you pull them forward, you'll be able to lift this up, because you want to make sure that all this right here up against your windshield is free. Move it forward, you make sure all this is free, you grab a hold of the holes right here at the windshield wiper mounts in your cowl over there, you lift it up to make sure that all that is free. Once you get those 3 bolts that I mentioned, I'm going to go ahead and group them. These right here, this right here goes to your center, this right here is either side of the corners over there. And once you do that, you can lift that up, you can get all that freed up, and then it literally just lifts out the car. I didn't have to remove the hood or anything, obviously. So, let me go ahead and start cleaning this up and whatnot. I'm trying to get as much done as I can before the day gets too late and whatnot. Got a couple other things to do before the day wraps up. So, let me go ahead and get this started. Hopefully I can get it finished up and get it reinstalled later on. Whenever I get to reinstall, along with my hood, my snow cap right there. Y'all be seeing it. I will resume the video. Well, it's a new day. Actually, the next day. It's amazing what a day what difference a day can make. The sun being out and whatnot. So, got it back on. As you can see here, the mesh and whatnot. Let's see if I can lift this up just enough to show you. I have to set it down. I gotta be careful with this stuff, it's old. I don't want to break anything. There. So, there you have it. Re-glued and whatnot. I was gonna use whatchamacallit, the Gorilla Glue, but it was just so old. I was just like, forget it, you know. It was all technical difficulties. It was all jacked up, and as you can see, some of it's still on there and whatnot. But I got the most of it removed. What I did end up using, you can see by the shine right here and whatnot, and a little bit everywhere else. The E6000, I think. I can't remember who makes it, but I got it from Walmart for like $4. Said it withstands temperatures up to 180 degrees and it's weatherproof and all that good stuff. So we'll see how long it lasts. I think the last stuff, like I mentioned, was like a year and a half, 2 years or something like that. Basically the whole reason why I waited an entire day to do it, or make this follow-up video for y'all, is I decided I had to go and get zip ties, because this is a part, at least an optional accessory, called a snow cap. And for those that don't know, these cars, well actually Volvo had this available to go over this area right here on the obviously on the car side. The outside of it is painted and all that good stuff. Had that available to cover this area. That way snow and other crap wouldn't pile up in the area where the windshield wipers are. You know, wouldn't pile up in that area right there and whatnot and stop everything up. That was the whole reason for that. I've got 2 of them. That one, and then I got that one over here beside the door. I ended up with 2 of them on accident. I ordered one, and then my uncle ordered me one for my birthday, and I was just like, screw it, I just got both of them. If you go looking for one of these, you can find them. Both of these came off of eBay, actually. You can find them. Finding them in good shape is not very easy. Probably one of the biggest hurdles you're going to have is the side of your paint, which, I mean, repainting is relatively easy, but you can see the damage and whatnot. You know, I mean, all this is plastic, so you can only do so much with it. But as I was saying, the biggest problems you're going to have are your mounting feet, I guess you can call them that. They break, and they break extremely easy. Matter of fact, one broke on me, where that came from. One broke on me, and I couldn't do, I mean, I didn't know it broke on me, but surprisingly the cap stayed on here. But there's one thing you gotta look for. Your mounting feet, possible issues off of that and all that good stuff. I drilled small holes, I mean very small holes. You can kind of see, thing's crooked in it. Let's see. There we go. You can see the small holes that I drilled in there. Does that one have one? Yeah, it does, kind of, sort of. To hold everything in place. They're not the best, but they do work. They've lasted many years. The 1, 2, 3 that I've had them, I can't remember. I got this thing in 2016, so probably late 16, sometime 2017 is when I got both of these, and I opted to use this one. I think that one was the one my uncle got me. I honestly can't remember, but anyway. Sorry to ramble. So, I'm going to cut real quick. I'm going to go ahead and put this thing back on. It's going to be a little bit of a trip. A little bit of a trick, should I say. Because I have to put this on first. The little grommet type thing that sits on there, you know, like that right there. Or, yeah, like that. I got to put these on before I can put the snow cap on. And then the snow cap goes over that, and then I have to gently wrestle with it to get it back in place. So that's going to take me a couple of minutes. But once everything is back on, you'll be seeing it, hopefully. So check back in a second. Alrighty, y'all, what's up? We're on day number, I guess you could say 2 or 3 of this thing. Nighttime at the moment. Excuse me. Or getting to be nighttime, rather. And I made the mistake of taking out the wrong screw. I took out this one, which holds on the little holster thing for the air conditioning lines and whatnot. You can see that screw right there, right here. And yeah, don't do that. There is, actually I'm gonna need that light again. There is a nut you can see. There's a nut right there. And if you end up breaking that loose, I mean, it's one thing, you know, it's not that big of a deal if you're taking the cowl off. But honestly, I had it on there, and then I was like, why ain't this thing tightening down? And then all of a sudden I heard a rattle, and then I seen no threads through that hole there for the bolt, and I'm like, well, there must be a nut on the other side. So yeah, so that happened right there. So don't loosen up that one. Do not loosen up that nut right there with the that holds on the air conditioning and stuff like that. Holds on the air conditioning lines. So want to make that quick note. Let me get back to it, and I will resume video when I get this thing on for the second time. Sit tight. All right, got it on. It's nighttime now. With that little bolt right there that the screw is, that my magnet's latched onto, that little bolt right there, and the nut on the other side of it that is only accessible whenever you remove this cowl. Has a little bit of a setback, but she's back together. Ground strap and everything is right. My regular flashlight is dead, so this right here is all I got. So that bolt right there, one closest to it, that's the one with the nut on the other side. Once you loosen this up, it can become quite a bit of a pain. You got that one right there, that's right in front of it, this one. That is the ground strap bolt, of course. So it's all back on. I made sure that was clean as well with it being a ground. I haven't fired this thing up in a while. This thing was a pain to go back in. Good Lord. Such a pain. But she's in. I'm going to close this so you can actually see it. Me messing around with everything actually made it a tad bit loose. It actually may have loosened up the yeah, see, but I think it'll be okay. It may wobble around a little bit, but it's not going to come back off. And honestly, with the way that I did it, the zip ties that I used to hold this on goes around and through, well, should I say goes through and around the mesh. So even if it comes back loose again, it ain't going to completely fall. It should stay relatively intact, I hope. But it looks good. It looks a lot better with it on there. So let's fire it up and see what we got. This is the first time this thing has been cranked in a while. Oh dear God, I'm crooked as hell. That's a little bit better. Let's see what we got. This thing hasn't been cranked in a while, like I said, so put these up real quick. I mean, this is obviously nothing performance, but I still like to crank this car from time to time and let it run for a little bit. It hasn't been cranked in probably a week and a half or so. Let's see what she does. Cold crank on 740. No problem. Just the way I expected it. I got some stuff in the works for the Subaru. Got quite a bit of stuff going on for it. See if I can kind of make this look a little bit better. There we go. So I've got quite a bit of stuff going on for it. It's got 300,000 miles on the body, and it needs help. The differential's kind of making some racket. The front end is kind of iffy. Whenever I did the LED install, I checked the tie rods on the front, and I've checked one. I checked my driver's side, and I could kind of wobble it around. So tie rods need to be replaced. It's going to be the ball joints. It's got a CV axle on the passenger side that needs to be replaced. The boot on it is ripped. I want to redo the exhaust. The exhaust can be done. Me personally, it's a little too loud for me, so I want to redo it. But I'm sure there's more I'm forgetting as well. I wanted to do some stuff to the interior, kind of do an upgrade on it. Hopefully everything goes all right. Whenever it comes time to start doing all that, I'm going to document all that the best we can. It's going to be a big series. It's going to be bigger than the transmission for this car. So that is all for now. I guess subscribe if you want to. We have that stuff coming up for the Subaru. The engine will be pulled on. That's right. I am going to pull the engine on it. I'm going to redo a few things on it. Not going to be any performance stuff. Clutch and stuff like that is going to be redone. I'm going to pull the motor for it. I'm going to do probably some compression checks and whatnot. I don't suspect any issues with the motor, but you never know. So, check back whenever you want. Check back whenever you can. Subscribe. Hit the little notification bell, wherever the hell it is over here or whatever. So, with that being said, I will leave y'all. Thank you for watching. Hopefully somebody learned something. Maybe you did, maybe you didn't. I don't know. Hopefully you did. So until next time guys. Later.